I'm Lisa Marie, and welcome to Paper and Glam. My mission is to help 888 women a year transform into the women God created them to be. So we do that through the pursuit of truth and beauty. All radical transformation goes through truth and beauty. And I can prove it to you guys. The enemy of our souls wants to convince us that truth and beauty isn't important. He punked some of us out of our workouts this very morning. He punked some of us out of our Bible studies this very morning. He probably tried to tell you that you didn't have the time or you didn't have the money because he knows that all transformation goes through these pursuits of truth and beauty. So that's what we are all about here at Paper and Glam. Good things in our lives will always be opposed. Whenever I embark on a health journey or a new business journey, it's probably a couple days, if not a couple hours, before I hit resistance. That's because that's a pursuit of truth and of beauty. So here at Paper and Glam, we pursue truth and beauty by being in the Word of God, through the Bible study, being in the power of story and creating literary lifestyles with book club, and then honoring God's framework for growth by living seasonally in the Seasonal Living Masterclass. So right now through April 8th, I am doing a promo where enrollment is open for individual experiences. So you can join the book club, the Bible study, seasonal living, or all three. After April 8th, it's going to be the full experience, full investment. So now is the best time to jump in. You can choose the experience that calls to you the most. And I am so excited to see you in the clubhouse. But today we are going to start this brand new month together. We're going to start April by talking about 8 ways to glam up your April. And glam is just an easy, fun word for pursuing truth and beauty. This is how we're going to pursue truth and beauty in April. And I hope it inspires you to start crafting your month and your lifestyle around the things that are true and beautiful and eternal. For the first way to glam up your April, we are going to pick up where we left off in the last video, which is make a glam habit tracker. I cannot emphasize starting here enough because these aren't just our habits, they're not just our routines, they're embodiment rituals for becoming the woman God created you to be. I did a whole video, which was basically like my morning and evening routine and how I was using the glam habit trackers I made to track these. Go to the shop, grab yours, get ready for this beautiful seasonal month ahead. Print it out. You can print it out in any size, put it in your journal, put it in your planner. This is mine, and get started checking off the boxes. We know that just the very act of checking a box releases endorphins. It makes you build momentum in your life. It keeps you inspired. So this is not just a fun little art project, although I hope that it's that too. It's also a way for you to stay accountable to the rhythms and routines that allow you to transform into the woman God created you to be. So if you want to chat more about glam habit tracking, go watch the last video called 8 Habits You Should Be Tracking in Your Planner. It's habit tracking made easy. And then while we're on the topic of planning, I want to get to the second way to glam up your April, which is to create a seasonal living list. So I've been creating the seasonal living list since 2015 for the Paper and Glam community. You can also get this in the shop because I realized back then that I had a list for the groceries I needed from the store, the meals I wanted to make, the bills I needed to pay, all the chores I needed to do, all the things for work I needed to do. But I didn't have a list for the memories I wanted to make and the moments I wanted to experience in my month. So that was why I created the seasonal living list, and I've been creating them every year since. So this is the 11th edition. And we as a seasonal living masterclass community, we go through these together. We post our memories and our moments in the clubhouse, which is essentially Paper and Glam social media. And we also, during our monthly growth ceremony, we share how many we got that month and which one was our favorite, which ones we missed. And we just rally around this lifestyle of seasonal living together. So I have all the dates here. I have everything organized for you, all the fun dates this month, and there's so many. There is Tea Day on the 21st. We love our tea at Paper and Glam. We have Picnic Day on the 23rd. So that is in the shop, and I would love to send one home to you. Along the same lines of seasonal living and planning, the third way to glam up your April is to do a purple manicure. we in the Paper and Glam community, we like to have our nails done to match the season. So we have a monthly color every month. So on live streams, it's fun to wear purple shirts, get our nails done, or grab your press ons, do them yourself. And the monthly colors, they've been in place since the beginning. They coordinate with the planner collections. You'll see they coordinate with the dividers, the Paper and Glam dividers. So you can grab your seasonal living list and your dividers and start making your plan to live the beautiful seasonal life that God created us to live inside. No matter where you go, you're living in within the seasons of your life and the seasons of the world. So honoring that is also how we can lean into the way that God is working in our life. And of course, every time I look at my nails, I get a little pep in my step. It just makes me feel a little more put together. Even like on my most overwhelmed day, I look down and I'm like, oh, but my nails are done. The fourth way to glam up your April is to invest in fresh flowers. I try to always have fresh flowers in my house when I can. So I have purple roses because it is April. That's also something on the seasonal living list. There is a flower inspiration. Of course, you can put whatever flowers you feel led to, but I love to do the flowers that match the monthly colors. So I have multicolor April roses here. And one of the things I love about having flowers in my home is just such a beautiful callback to femininity, to beauty, and it also just makes your house feel so luxurious. And it's a reminder that this day is so short, right? This season of life, it may feel like we're having a long day, but the season is truly so short. And flowers just call us back to God's created glory and that we're worth that investment, right? They're a small investment that for me are always just this constant reminder that all transformation starts with these small investments. It might be a small investment of time to get up and read your Bible or get up and go for a walk, join a live stream, whatever it is. But when we do make those investments, they always return 10x. One of my favorite new traditions is to make a new seasonal recipe every month. So this month I am making some beef ramen. We are having a very rainy week, probably one of the last rainy weeks of the year. And so I thought it would be really fun to get some veggies in the crock pot. And since this recipe calls for carrots and broccoli and lots of like color, I just thought that it fit perfectly for spring. I will link the recipe for you down below if you want to try it. It looked really easy. And since it's just a rainy day, I figured a slow cook recipe would be perfect. So at the beginning of the month, I like to pick out what new recipe I'm going to try. And I also like to make it seasonal. So I just taught a little mini course on how to use AI to plan your meals, and that was a success. So that is our fifth way to glam up your April. The sixth way to glam up your April is to decorate for Easter. We have over almost 3 weeks to celebrate the Easter season, and of course, we're still actually in the Lenten season with Easter being on April 20th. But I'm starting to get out my Easter decor. I added some garland to my mantle here, and I just love making my house feel new every month. I do a monthly home tour for members so you can see the way that I transition my home from month to month, season to season. And I do it really simply. I don't have a ton of decor. I've been saying this since I started YouTube, but you can just start with like a candle and a mug and expand from there. That's what I've done. And I just love making my house feel fresh and like it is the film set for my life. The seventh way to glam up your April is to read books with April energy. So, like I said, we've been reading a book a month together in Paper and Glam since September of 2014. So I specialize in fun books with the seasonal covers. So this month we're actually reading two books together, which is really fun. The first one is called Bunny by Mona Awad. It is a literary fiction book, and we have a special guest coming back from her big time job at HarperCollins to talk through this new movement, or I wouldn't say it's a new movement, it's just a movement in literature that is gaining steam, which she is calling weird girl literary fiction. So I'm so excited to go through this with our community and also with Dee, who has been a longtime chatter. If you've been with me for a long time, then you may know her from book club. So we are going to be taking this book that has nothing to do with Easter, but has a bunny on the cover and discussing it. And then and this is mid-month, and you'll get the calendar and you'll get calendar invites to join all the live streams when you make your way to the clubhouse. So that's the first book we're reading in April. The second one is our annual nonfiction title. And I'm so excited about this book because it comes up on every list of books that are like the 100 best books ever written. This is always on it. This book has been mentioned in, it feels like, every podcast and book I've listened to this year, and that is Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning. This is a really powerful book that is all about moving through the unthinkable to find God's hand in your life and to find the beauty in the ashes of life. And if Viktor Frankl can survive a Nazi concentration camp and come out on the other side more compelled by the love of God, then I know that I can get through whatever it is I'm going through. So we are reading Man's Search for Meaning, and we always discuss our official book club title the last Thursday of the month. So it's also at Glam Time if you want to join live, and Glam Time is 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Replay is always available. The eighth and last way to glam up your April is to do an Easter Bible study. So we study the word seasonally in the God and Glam Bible study, and we also read it cover to cover. I am such a proponent of verse by verse preaching. So I have been preaching the Bible from Genesis 1:1. We are all the way midway through Deuteronomy, and we took a break to do our Lenten study, which we do every year. So if you join now, you can just jump in and listen to the Lenten live streams with me and learn about the way that God works in our lives in this season of the year leading up to Easter. Or you can jump in and get started on the book of Deuteronomy. We're going to be picking up right where we left off. We're halfway through right now. We're on our way to the promised land. So if you've always wanted to read the Bible but felt like you didn't know where to begin, that's why I created the God and Glam Bible study. It'll be a fit for you, whether you're new to the word or whether you've been studying it for years and are just craving some fresh perspective. We cover all the bases. So those are the 8 ways we're going to glam up our April, or pursue truth and beauty together, and pursue truth and beauty together. And we actually do all of these things as a Paper and Glam community every month, like we talked about at the intro. There will always be whispers in your head that you don't have what you need to become the woman God created you to be, but God doesn't call you to things without also providing you everything you need. So I am here to help you get organized, inspired, motivated. I have organized a full calendar of seasonal living, of Bible study, of book club. So all you have to do is join today and log in, and everything's there for you. So we will meet each other on live streams. There's videos that go live every week. We will walk through everything from home decor to how we're planning, how we're seeing our goals to fruition, everything that goes into becoming who God created us to be. That is what I specialize in. There's lots of niche communities, and those are amazing. We need those, but Paper and Glam really covers everything in your life. I designed it so that we have really beautiful dialogues around all the things that make a life, whether that's money or work or homemaking, and of course all the things that are the sprinkles and the cherry on top of life, like reading beautiful seasonal books together. So I hope to see you in the clubhouse. Definitely take advantage of the promo that is going on now through April 8th. Don't overthink it. Jump in, and I can't wait to meet you and see you soon. Let me help you get organized. Let me help you get unoverwhelmed. And when you do connect to truth and to beauty, and that will always lead you to the Lord, that will always lead you to God, and that always leads to your purpose. So just remember, whenever you're feeling overwhelmed, you just need to reconnect to the Lord, reconnect to your purpose, and all of those feelings start to fade away. I know, because I had a very, very overwhelming last couple months, and I'm just now kind of hitting my stride after that and hitting my routines, hitting my habits. And I'm like, gosh, it works every time. As soon as I come back to my purpose, as soon as I come back to the things that I'm created for, which is to enjoy truth and enjoy beauty, then everything starts to flow again. Because something I say all the time is that in the spirit it flows, and in the flesh it's forced. And when we're forcing ourselves through life, that is a sure sign that we're out of alignment, and we need to get into the power of community, leverage that accountability that comes with it, and trust the process that God is leading us through. He wouldn't bring you here watching this video if it wasn't for a reason. He wouldn't bring you to where you are in your life if it wasn't for a reason. It's because he is making your life a beautiful movie. He's writing a beautiful story. And together we celebrate each of those milestones in each month of the year, just through the big and the small. So I hope this inspired you, motivated you, and I can't wait to see you in the clubhouse. And I've been working on showing up on Sundays. I've been calling it Glam Sunday. So um, yeah, I'm working on my YouTube fitness. So make sure you are subscribed. There's more glam to come, and I will see you soon. I love you guys. Goodbye, and God bless.